Hi everyone, I'm Owen and this is that orange MGB. Today I'm going to give you a bit of a backstory on how I got the world's cheapest MGB Roadster. So I basically got a phone call from a family friend. A family member of theirs had passed away and they had a few old vintage vehicles stored in a garage that they wanted to get rid of. So I went down and had a look at them for them. They had the MG, they had a Sunbeam Alpine and a Triumph Spitfire. The Spitfire was in pieces and was an absolute wreck, so they just scrapped that one. The Alpine, I managed to get a price together for them, put it up for sale, and that vehicle then went. But the MG sat there for a little while. Basically they wanted to clear everything out so they could put all their own stuff in there. They wanted all the cars gone. So I got a phone call saying that they're going to scrap the car in 2 days time. So I said, don't do that, give me 2 days, I'll be there, I'll get rid of the car for you. So I rang a friend of mine up, got his recovery truck, drove all the way down to South Wales and picked up this MG. When I got there, the car was a non-runner. It just crank over, it wouldn't fire. Didn't know what the problem was, didn't have time to look at it, they just wanted it out of the way. As we dug out the vehicle and a few other things, we found that there was a lot more to come with this car. There was 2 engines, the hardtop roof, spare wheels, spare carburetors, lots and lots of spare parts. So I had to go back another day with another van to go and get those bits, otherwise again they were literally going to scrap everything. So anyway, got the car back to the workshop, put it up on the ramp, gave it a good check over. It's a pretty solid car. The only bits of rust on it are on the doors, basically on the outside skin of the doors, and underneath there's a little bit of corrosion, but nothing too major. Underneath is pretty solid. It's had a light restoration at some point in its life. But anyway, so tried getting the car started again, spun it over, some fresh fuel in it, still wouldn't fire. Now I could smell fuel. Had a bit of a look round, went to the back where the fuel pump is, and there was a leak coming out of the fuel pump. Someone had to tighten the unions up properly, so took it apart, put 2 new washers on there, tightened up the unions, and she fired straight up. And left the car running for a little bit, ran through a few things, changed the fuel filter, checked the levels and everything like that. Took it out on its first maiden voyage, and the car absolutely drove fantastic. But when I got down there with the recovery truck, I went down with a pocket full of money because obviously they were still expecting them to want something for the car. But what they said to me, as I managed to sell the Sunbeam Alpine for them for quite a nice price, they told me I could have the MG for free as long as I kept it going and kept it on the road. If I did come to sell it, I had to give them a profit out of whatever I sold it for. But the fact that this is such a really nice example, it's a low mileage car, it pulls well, it drives absolutely fantastic. I couldn't do that, I couldn't sell it, I had to keep it for myself. So a few bits I've done to the MG since I've owned it. Put the hardtop roof on, I've changed the oil cooler, fitted electronic ignition. The only things that I find that don't work on the car, hazard light switch and the overdrive. Now the hazard light switch is not too much of a problem, it's a simple easy fix, it's just a replacement switch. The only issue it causing me at the moment is the indicators are very, very intermittent. But the overdrive isn't working at all. I don't know whether it's the switch, solenoid, or whether the filter needs cleaning out in the box itself. But that's a video for later on later on. I've got all the parts for it, it's just getting a bit of time to do the job. So what I've done now is I've pulled over, just going to do a quick walk around to show you what condition this MG is in. So we'll start off with the interior is already inside. It's not too bad. Got the hardtop roof, it needs a good clean. The dash itself is in good condition, a little bit of corrosion there, not too bad. So I've painted the wheels because they were absolutely horrific. The only bit of problems we got here, a bit of bubbling on the paint on the doors and underneath the doors themselves. A fair bit of corrosion under the door there. They do need replacing, but that'll be later on down the line. As you can see, there goes another shot of the interior. Hardtop roof is in bad condition. Come with a nice little picnic basket holder. You stick all your beers in there. Down this side is probably the best side of the car. It's a relatively rust-free example, no corrosion underneath. A little bit of corrosion up under the inner arches, but what do you expect from a 40-year-old car? And there you go, there's the 1.8B series, producing a whopping 95 brake horsepower. This is still got the original twin SU carbs on there. It is a 4-speed manual with overdrive as well, with the electric fan, which makes life a lot easier. So if you want to see more videos with the MG, give me a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and hope you enjoy my journey.